to correct something. In a video that I just put out, I had said that the news clip came from News Nation. It did not. It actually came from WJHL. I don't know why I said News Nation, because it's right here in my notes, WJHL. Maybe I had it on my mind. I don't know. But the news clip that I played did indeed come from WJHL. So what else I've got going on in my brain here the last couple days is what Ellie said. Ellie said, Ellie is Fred Hill's sister. Ellie said that her sister Julie told TBI that after she left her mom and dad's house on the 15th, she backed down to 125, which is Jody and Andy's place.
Do you know what time Fred left the holler on June 15th?
No, I don't. What I know is the statement that Julie gave to TBI, and that was that she had came to Dad at 165, 10, 15 minutes before 3. She had been working on her lawnmower and needed to borrow Mom's little toolbox, and she was there just long enough to grab that toolbox, and she said she left about 3 or 3:05. And when she came in and when she left, there was nobody loading a vehicle. She did not see Fred. She met a white truck when she came back out and had to back all the way up to Dad's driveway to let him in the holler. And when she got down to Andy's property, there was a blue, I think it was a blue Blazer sitting there, and the back hatch was raised, and there was a skinny man standing there with a ball cap that was putting something in the back of that Blazer, but he would not turn around and look at her. And she said he was sort of, at first she thought it might have been Fred. But then she said it wasn't Fred, but he had the same kind of build as Fred. And she reported that to the TBI also. But there was no vehicle being loaded up or hauled off or nothing like that.
From what I know, what I've seen, what I've watched, Jackie Dobbs was not there the 15th. He was there on the 14th. He did not come back. So it makes me wonder why, if indeed Jolie did tell TBI that she's seen this particular vehicle on that date at that time, why? When Ellie was interviewing with 6 Up Media, she had shared a few stories, and one of the stories, well, quite a few stories, was about Fred and Julie and their relationship. And it sounds to me as though Julie may fear for her life.
The only reason Fred did not get prosecuted for attempted murder is because Julie came back to Tennessee and refused to testify against him because she knew eventually he would get out. And if he tried to kill her once, he would definitely do it again. That's why he didn't do no more than 3.5 months and didn't get no more charges than what he got, is because Julie did not and would not refuse to testify against him.
Right. That shows that she is very easily intimidated by him.
And then we seen how Julie was giving Fred a ton shit of money. And I think that Fred may have manipulated her as well as Ziggy while he was in jail. Ellie gave him money. He was getting a lot of money from a lot of people.
Said he used $400 within 2 days in jail. That's her question. But I also want to add on to that and ask you, did you know or were you aware that of Ziggy's channel and what she was doing for Fred while he was in jail, while you were also helping him?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
That's when I cut it. That's when I cut it off. That's when I told him, I said, I cannot afford, I have bills to pay.
Right.
I'm not going to take my bill money to give you in jail for whatever bullshit you're doing in jail. Yeah, I turned into the evil bitch real quick as soon as I said no.
Wow.
Well, that's just like when he went to jail in Sullivan County. Mom gave Laura $75. That's all the cash that she had on her. His bond was $116. She gave Laura $75 cash and said, surely to God, you can come up with $30, $40, whatever. Nope, she sure didn't. Fred was in there for 3 days, and the whole time he was in there, Laura was on the phone with Ziggy trying to hustle Ziggy out of $700 to $900 bond money, knowing damn well that it was only $100. Well, it was his bond was $100 plus taxes and fees and all that. It was like $116. And I do have the receipt for that. I haven't sent it to you, but I do have it. He was in there for 3 days while Laura was at, well, I mean, she was
Doing her thing.
doing her thing.
Yeah.
It sounds to me maybe there could have been some extortion issues going on. He gave two different stories that a man had choked him out with a sheet and they had to bring him back, and that's what that spot was on his chest. There's just always discrepancies in his stories. So why was it told? If it's true that she did give that statement to TBI, my question is why? Did she lie on purpose? I was going to phone a friend and ask Ellie, hey, are you sure that's what she told you? That's what she told TBI? But I think I'm going to choose to go this way and be transparent about it. And I know that person. I know both people will hear me. And I would like for that to be straightened out if possible. Another thing I heard a couple days ago was Ziggy is... Okay, I'm going to have to go with the words thinking about because she didn't exactly put it out there. But she spoke of crowdsourcing for a PI to find out who Prayer Garden of America is. I don't agree with that. If people want their privacy, they should be allowed to have it. And my question would be, and so should yours, okay? Let's say she crowdsources for $500. You give her 20, the next person gives her 20, and this money just never adds up to be the 500. Well, what happens to that money? Does Ziggy just keep that money? Does she return it to you because she didn't make her goal? These are the things you need to think about when giving. Okay, there's just more to everything always. And I guess I'll end with maybe I assume a little too much, but I assume when I make my videos that you guys know I'm not saying Fred did haul cars. When I put a video out there, I'm simply putting what he said to show you that there is not credibility on his behalf. When you say that you were at a certain place at 3 or 4 different times, or you say that story in 20 different ways, that to me takes all credibility away from that person. And that's what I want you to know. I'm not trying to put it on Fred that he did haul cars. Just all these different things have been said, right?
So I was just talking to that guy, actually. That's who I was seeing a message about, and he was just now telling me, because he was going over my stuff that I had submitted him. I gave him my channel name, and I told him like a couple mention a couple problem people, I guess I should say, could say it like that. One of them being Prayer Garden. That's number 1 on the list, to find out who Prayer Garden is, so we could do a whole community, a service here. This will be a service for the whole community. That was my plan. When I saw that, I was like, and that's not just it. Not just finding out Prayer Garden or figuring out how to get these people to stop with their lies, defamation. If he could help in any way, and finding Summer Wells, that would be like the best ever, too. But obviously, I know there's law enforcement already involved, and yeah, I don't have, it like that to hire somebody to find Summer Wells. But I just contacted him just to see like what he thought. Like, he was wanting to start his own like online presence or whatever. And I thought, like, well, maybe we can collaborate in some ways. He's a local to me, and I don't know. He messaged back and told me a $500 retainer is what, he was thinking. I figured $500 was probably about what the going rate was going to be. But I was thinking maybe, if I could get, how they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's why you don't burn bridges, So you never know. I think that even just finding out who PG is would be a big help to the whole community. It might even help figure out, help some things in the Summer Wells case, like her whole, and send, like, what is her whole motive, Why does she straight up, I know you guys don't know for a fact that I know, because I live my life every day, and I know she puts out straight up lies about me and Fred. Thinking about chicken Alfredo.
I gotta be honest on that one. It sounds like she's saying, I'm thinking I'm gonna shit out a burrito.
I talked to a private investigator today, Tiffany. I'm trying to get him to help us figure out who PG is so I could sue the hell out of her. And there's a few things also I would love to find out who a few people are, and also get them to, if they're gonna be on here constantly judging people's lives, then we need to know who they are. So anyways, guys, I'm running that by you guys to see what you guys think. People have been trying to get me to get a lawyer or private investigator for years. And it's just, it's not that easy at all. It is easy, but not. Obviously, it's very expensive. And you also are not guaranteed anything with a private investigator or attorney. You need to find out for, like, sure, like, legally. Like, we need this. Like, she's going to say, if somebody like just me or you tries to say we know who she is, we have to have absolute proof. Like, she's going to sit here and keep, we have to know. Like, I can't spend, like, if I end up moving forward, I can't spend hundreds of dollars filing a civil case against her if I don't know for sure who she is, like 100%, because I do not have, like, money like that. Nobody's ever going to, like, we need absolute proof. We have to prove it absolutely. Just so, like, because I've been thinking about this, civil thing against PG for a while. And, but, like, who do you file against? I can't just sit there and waste money. I don't have money like that at all. Yeah, we need somebody who, we need to get people together to, like, maybe crowdfund for something like this, guys. Because it's something that needs to be done that would benefit all the community. And we're not talking about just PG either. There's a few of them on my freaking shit list, obviously. I need to ask him what kind of could he guarantee, on that at least? Because it's hard to agree to pay such, when you don't have, it's a lot of money just to blow on something that's not guaranteed, really. But if it was like a community thing, it wouldn't be. And just like people said, these people don't have any, they don't have anything, like, really. I would never be able to get anything really out of them, but at least, like, their checks, certain income would be garnished that they couldn't get out of, at times, like tax season, for instance. I told that guy's like, and I truly believe it. It should be illegal to sit here and be able to anonymously put out propaganda, lies, slander, defamation. And it is in a way illegal, but it should be illegal to do it anonymously. I don't know. I feel like people can have free speech, yes, but I'm all about free speech. I don't like to be censored at all.